What's this right here, huh? Dog to War Journal Excerpt. I never read these. If you're on YouTube and want to read them, I'll give you time to pause here. I have so much reading to do right now. I don't have time to read about the Dog to War. It was a war where Brigid was on Dogda's side, and they all lost, the Empire won, and then Brigid, like, got taken over by the Empire. I know the gist. The kingdom has its own reasons for fighting, just like the Empire. I don't want to fight them, but I also can't say I want us to surrender. I have to tell myself every day that I made the right choice. I guess these things are never clear-cut, are they? Alright, I might play the Three Houses DLC at some point, so I'm not going to read that message about a bunch of stuff about Yuri, so. I do own that DLC, I've just never played it, so. Maybe one day. Did you know that Leicester used to be a part of the Empire? Didn't everything pretty much used to be part of the Empire? Then they rebelled against us, got occupied by the kingdom, and eventually won their independence. And now they're working with the Empire again. Before we continue chatting, let's do... I'm worried I'm about to have to do all three of Edelgard's supports back-to-back, which I kind of don't want to do, so we might stagger them a bit, even though that means this annoying message at the top left is going to stay on screen. But let's do Rogue and Edelgard here.
Oh, Edelgard. I'm glad I found you. Got a few?
Of course. What is it?
Well, remember how Hubert laid into me after the Knights of Seiros raided Enbar?
Yo, what is this track? This music is great. I like this. Prism, welcome to stream. And Mad Rebel, thank you so much for subbing at tier 1. Greatly appreciated, man. Enjoy your emotes, no ads, etc., etc. Thanks a lot.
It got me thinking. What do I need to do for you to trust me again?
Nothing. Hubert and I stopped doubting you the moment that business was behind us. You worked tirelessly for me, and I'm grateful for that. So please, there's no need to worry.
Still, we have no idea when those who slither in the dark might try to interfere again. Honestly, it kind of feels like there's more I should be doing to help. Like I'm just floating around without a purpose or something.
Very well. What do you propose?
If I had to pick something, I'd say protecting you would be my top priority. Everyone's got a bone to pick with you, especially the Church and those who slither in the dark. And they won't rest till they have your head. After all, the Imperial Army's not gonna lose if we've got you at the top handing down orders. And I figure Hubert will stay off my back as long as I put my energy into keeping you safe. Then you can lead us to victory, and we'll all live trustfully ever after.
Perhaps, but I think you're forgetting something. The only way to protect me is by staying at my side, and therein lies a conundrum. Allowing you that close to me would in itself be proof of my trust, without which you would have never earned such an opportunity in the first place.
I love the phrase slack-jawed.
I know that. Still, I can't help but feel like that's what I've got to do to prove myself to you. Please, Edelgard, even if it just means shielding you from your enemies.
Very well. Do as you will. In the meanwhile, I'll tell Hubert... Well, I'm not entirely sure what I will tell him. At the very least, we know those who slither in the dark are able to shapeshift at will. So, in a way, it doesn't matter who I choose to surround myself with. They could just as well turn out to be someone wholly different.
Thanks, Edelgard. I honestly could have sworn you were gonna say no.
Of course. What I truly want to know is why you'd risk your life just to earn my trust.
Do you really have to ask? You reshaped my entire life. Before I met you, I had nobody. I was nobody. But you still chose me, of all people, to command one of your armies. Now, I can't walk down the street without people yelling my name. And I've got a great life, surrounded by amazing friends. All of it possible because of you.
That's not true. You would not have earned this post if you lacked the talent.
Maybe now, but before you came along, nobody in the Empire gave a Pegasus's backside about talent. You gave me a seat at the table when no one else would.
Ah, I see.
If you want proof you've changed the world, just take a look at me. Because this guy, he's a whole new person thanks to you.
That was such a great support. That was insanely... Oh, that was the C and B, like, combined into one, and then you're locked from the A. Okay, so we don't have, like, 3 to do in a row, which, honestly, I'm cool with. That was an amazingly good support. I loved that. And it just further drives home how much of a mistake it was in 3 Houses that Byleth is basically a brick wall and has very little to no personality. You had already done C? Oh, I already did C? I thought that it still needed to be done. Okay. That was just the B support. We must have done the C support so early in the game that it just slipped my mind. Alright. Her B support has been locked for so long, I just thought it had been locked the whole dang time. Alright. That B support, though, that's probably my favorite support in the game right now. But, like, dude, they actually put so much effort into... Shez, I called him Rogue, but they put so much effort into the Avatar character having such personality in this game. It's so good. It's so very good. I love it. Great stuff. Let's go ahead and knock out our A rank with Dorothea.
La 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 la. La 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 la. How was that?
Yeah, good.
Still the same reaction, huh?
Sorry, me and singing just don't mix very well. Though it did make me feel warm inside, kinda like I was a kid again with my mom.
Hey, you do get it! That was a lullaby from a long, long time ago. Nowadays, nobody remembers the lyrics, though. Or sings it to their children, for that matter.
A lullaby, huh? Well, I guess that's why it took me back the way it did. But wait, if nobody knows the words, how are you so sure that's even what it is? Just from how it sounds?
Well, there was this scholar who researched it a few years ago and said as much. Couldn't tell you if they were right, though.
Huh. Honestly, I kinda liked that it didn't have any words. That way it can hit you straight in the heart without all that lyrics and meaning stuff getting in the way.
I'm glad to hear you giving music a little more thought now.
And I'm glad I've had so many chances to listen to you sing. Your voice touches people, Dorothea. Even if they don't have the knowledge to really appreciate the high-level art of it. I mean, look at me. Bottom of the barrel, and you still practically move me to tears.
Oh, come now, don't talk about yourself like that.
It doesn't really bother me. And I'm not wrong, am I? No birth parents, no real background to speak of. The whole wandering merc gig, it is what it is.
That's quite the positive attitude. I'll have to try a little bit of that myself sometime. In the meantime, I've once again been able to rethink my singing thanks to you. I lost much of my emotion about the craft during my time as a diva, but I can feel it coming back now.
You really are incredible. You know that?
How do you mean?
I don't know. There's just something beautiful about the way you speak. It's like your thoughts come out of your mouth fully formed, almost perfect, then find their way straight into people's hearts. Probably has something to do with all the training you did to become a diva. And all the training you've continued doing since. Meanwhile, here I am struggling to even make proper sentences when I try to talk about your singing.
Relatable.
Thank you for the kind words. It makes me feel a lot better hearing you say those things about me. But for the record, I don't think you're bad with words at all. Even your little speech now was the definition of smooth. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were trying to flirt with me.
A rank friend number 1. I believe that is our first A rank. I don't think we have any others that have gotten all the way to A rank. We have some people who only get up to a B rank support, or C rank for that matter, and they've finished it. Alright, very nice. I love Dorothea. Great character, one of my favorites. Hello, Petra.
Excuse me.
We are seeing each other after a long time. Are your skills still sharp? Of course. You went back to Bridget, right? Yes. Home was very good. I went to the ocean and forest like when I was a child. I also said hello to the spirits. Tell me about the spirits. Spirits, huh? Can't say I really understand, but they sound important to Bridget. They are, but spirits are everywhere. You can be praying for their protection, too. Beta, Phantom, welcome to stream. What chapter are you on? Is this 9, chat? What does it say what chapter I'm on? Oh, chapter 10. We finished 9 last time, so we're on 10. Save our Vol for last like I usually do.
Can I help you?
There's been even more strife in Ferdiad since we successfully defended Aryan Road. Ferdiad, that's how you say it, I think. Ferdiad is the capital of the kingdom, right, chat? I believe. Jonathan, welcome to stream. A little bird told me the royal army brought down and executed a court mage named Cornelia. Cornelia, she worked with the those who slither in the dark, right? In Three Houses. I'm surprised that she's just dead, apparently, and we're not going to face her. Maybe she faked herself being executed and we'll run into her anyway. I guess we'll see. Word has it that she had been working alongside Lord Arundel and those who slither in the dark. Yeah, it's definitely who I remember.
Hello.
It's finally time. Everyone's so much more relaxed and upbeat now. I feel the same, of course. Crack a joke. Yeah, everyone's smiling so bright I can barely see.
Leave it to you.
You're always optimistic enough to joke around, aren't you? I think that's a lovely trait. Chat, we're so in there. Starting to really think that we are going to have to make a decision on someone to marry at the end of the game, and I have no earthly idea who I'm going to make that happen with. I know logically why we cannot be privy to when the fighting will resume, but to be honest, I wish I'd been informed much earlier about its recommencement. There's nothing more nerve-wracking than having a break that could end at any moment. That's fair, Linhart, that's fair. Alright, we are almost done chatting with everyone. We just got a few more to go.
By the by.
Ostensibly, the Western Church is obeying the policies of the Empire and the Southern Church, but I don't trust them. They've been treating the Archbishop with such hostility, too. I can easily see them causing trouble, and that scares me.
Do you have
When we allied with Leicester, I thought it would be a good opportunity to return home, but my adoptive father wouldn't allow it. He said I needed to concentrate on working for the Empire right now. I'm gonna guess his intentions.
So basically...
I see. He's trying to make your family known to the Emperor. Yes, I believe so. It's possible my adoptive father thinks the Empire will soon control all of Leicester. If Claude tries to betray us, your adoptive father might not be wrong. Our Lord venerates Her Majesty, but I find that hard to accept. Why?
Have you heard?
My family lost our hereditary position because of Her Majesty's reforms. Our duties were merely nominal, but we received compensation for them. Now all of that is gone. Our Lord just laughed and said, of course we'd be removed. We barely did anything. Sup, happy?
Listen up.
Of course a fight breaks out the second I go back to Garreg Mach. I'm glad I managed to get back in time. Oh, what were you doing? What were you doing at Garreg Mach? Didn't I tell you? I used to live underneath the monastery.
Basically.
I just wanted to check on it, see if it was doing okay under the Imperial Army. That's fair. Who's in here? It's my man, Yuritsa.
Listen.
Oh, we can get Death Knight now, chat. Oh, ho, ho, ho. It is a pity we cannot battle the Alliance, but there are skilled individuals within the Church and Kingdom. Thunder Catherine, the King of Fargus, and Archbishop Rhea.
Got a sec?
Wait a minute. I get everyone else, but you think Archbishop Rhea can hold her own in a fight? That's not really the impression I got. Those with strength have a particular scent. She is quite powerful in her own right. Yeah, I can only imagine we're going to end up fighting the Immaculate One at some point or another in this game. I'm excited to see how that plays out. Hello, Flesh. Randolph has been working so hard these past 6 months. He's not only been training, but he's been studying tactics too. He's going to be such a big help in the upcoming battle. He used to be unreliable, but now I can say with all my heart that he's our rock. I'm so proud of him.
Nice one.
We're finally moving again. We've got to take down the kingdom this time. I actually wanted to bring down the Alliance too, but I can't do much about that now that we're working together. Gerald's mercenaries present our biggest problem now. If only there was a way to get them on our side. I hope we'll be able to concentrate mainly on the royal army and steer clear of the mercenaries. I wonder if we could come up with a diversion that would draw them off the battlefield. Surely there's some way you can recruit Byleth and play as Byleth in this game? I wonder if that's actually going to end up happening. If it does, it'll probably be near, like, the end of the story, I would think. That would be my guess. Maybe you can, recruit Byleth, like, right before you go to, like, beat everyone who slithers in the dark or something like that. That's Arval. We're going to do Arval last, like I normally do. But there's no way that Byleth is in this game and Byleth is unplayable. The only question is my guess would be that Byleth can be recruited in any route. It's just very late game, and maybe there's some kind of a trick to it. So if the opportunity arises, we'll try. If it isn't my savior, you're looking well. Have you come to ask me for a favor? Nah, not really. I might be more inclined to do so if you stopped calling me that, though. I didn't mean to offend, but very well, I'll treat you like I would anyone else. Bow, bow, bow. Or maybe I should talk to Edelgard last, actually, because she has the special thing over her head. For the past 6 months, the kingdom has not continued their attempts to recapture Aryan Road. They have instead poured all of their efforts into managing the nobles in their western regions, nobles who find their loyalty wavering. Replacing lords, imposing adoptions, delivering hostages, strategic marriages. They have been quite thorough. What could possibly be worth such strenuous efforts to protect? Their dignity.
Let's see.
Dignity, maybe? I'm pretty sure they don't want the Empire to control them.
Let me
Personally, I would never want our home to be controlled by the kingdom either. But that is not a matter of dignity. It is simply a strong objection to the notion of being ordered around by fools. Classic Hubert. All right, let's go talk to Arval now, actually, and then Edelgard last. Arval normally doesn't even have anything super important to say. I just always chat with him last for reasons.
What do you think?
How did it feel going onto the battlefield again? Were you overcome with sentimentality? It was exciting.
Right on.
Yeah, I was excited to get back to it. Excited, huh? I can't say I was expecting that response. Well, you know. I love this game and I love fighting. Honestly, if this game keeps going as good as it is, it's gonna end up being one of my favorite games. Like, I love Hyrule Warriors and Age of Calamity, but they were never, like, super high on my, like, oh, this is one of the best games I've played. This one, though, like, with the 3 houses characters and, like, this new storyline adapted from it, honestly, like, and it just feels more fun than the Hyrule Warriors games, too, just in general. This could end up being, like, one of my top games. This game is so much fun.
Shall we?
There you are. We shall begin the meeting at once. Come with me. Battle suggestions? Does anyone have any suggestions regarding how to prepare for battle? This is new. At the start of each chapter, your allies may offer you battle suggestions. When a suggestion is implemented, the ally who made the suggestion will have boosted morale and increased support points with you. If you implement a suggestion, its effects will last until the end of the chapter. You can check the effects of an implemented suggestion by selecting camp info from the pause menu. This is super neat. I'm surprised that they didn't give this to us earlier in the game.
I have a strategy.
Focus on developing flexibility to improve sword technique. Slightly increase the class experience gained when training in a class that wields swords.
I have a
Increase
proposition.
stuff gained when doing stuff that wields axes, and then training when wielding a gauntlet.
What if...
I have a...
Hey, so hear me out.
I have a proposition.
A proposition.
I have a strategy.
I don't care about Manuela.
I have a proposition.
I was hoping that this would be, the effect would be, something to do with, like, combat, not, like, training classes, but this is fine. Has Edelgard gotten up to where she can become Emperor yet? I don't remember. I want to do either axes or swords, and I'd rather get support points with Yuritsa, so I'm going to go with Yuritsa's.
It will be done.
Shall we?
We will proceed with this plan. I'm counting on all of you. All right.